What's up, everybody? Just talking to town. We're gonna have Buck here in a minute, but we here with Sasha, man, Mass in the Grass, one of the Mass in the Grass coordinators, man. One of the first people I really met in the music scene in Altoona, so I'm definitely amped to chop it up with him. But Sasha, let everybody know who you are for those who ain't never heard of you and want to know what's going on with you a little bit.
Uh, yeah, well, I've lived in Altoona for about the past 12 years. I've been a musician since roughly 2009, just releasing a lot of um, independent albums, mostly been in a few different bands. And about 6 years ago, I started with me and my friends the Mass in the Grass Festival. So this will be our 6th year this year that we're doing it
Dope.
this August.
Not to cut you off, tell us about a little bit how that got started, man. Where did that idea even come from, bro?
As far as the festival, it was just me and my friends. We were kind of looking for places to perform our music, and I don't know, there wasn't much of a scene at the time as far as the music we were playing, like a lot of kind of alternative stuff, electronic, and even some rap and hip hop as well. So we just we weren't really finding a whole lot of places that uh, would let us perform. So we just decided one day, why not try to make our own festival or something, and just invite all our friends and kind of build something from the ground up.
Facts, facts. Now, I mean, hey, man, that's kind of the approach you got to do if you get an independent artist starting, right? You got to build your own platform almost instead of getting rejected or not from other platforms, right? Like, or
Yeah.
getting the door slammed in your face, right? It's like better to build your own, right? So you can kind of dictate it a little better.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, when I first moved here, I didn't really know anybody in the area. I think the first entry I had into the music scene was a friend of mine, Matt Deweese was his name. He started the Altoona music scene community, the Facebook
Okay.
page, and I went on there. I saw that there was some open mics around town, so figured I'd check them out, and then yeah, I just kind of started to meet like-minded people who wanted to make stuff happen locally, put on events, share music. So yeah, that was kind of like the first entry for me into the scene and meeting new people here.
I see that y'all would have been some of the struggles to keep it going, bro. Like I see that this year y'all were kind of reluctant to have it at first. You told me, and then all of a sudden, like you kind of got back on board. What has been some of the issues you faced with this thing?
Uh, well, the main issue has just been money mainly. It's costs a lot of money to put these events on every year. Not to mention all the time that it takes up. So we just have like a pretty small team of people, and I handle a lot of the back end work as far as all the graphic design and kind of promoting it and building the website and stuff. But yeah, money has been an issue. It's not really as easy to find sponsors, I feel like, for this kind of event, just because it's kind of like a hippie festival,
Right,
and
right, right.
yeah, maybe some people are, I don't know, reluctant to sponsor that. So um, and every year we are building our attendance every year, but that's always been a kind of a struggle as well, because I feel like part of it is that we're kind of out of the way. I mean, we're still close, but we're out in Sinking Valley, so it's not like we're doing an event in downtown Altoona or anything like that.
Right,
So
right, right,
um,
right.
we do our best to promote it and everything on Facebook. We've gotten billboards and stuff, all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, if we could just get a couple hundred more people to come out, we'd be able to make most of the money back. But yeah, every year it's been losing anywhere from 5,000 to $10,000 just to put the event on, and yeah, having no sponsors and uh, not really much financial help. That's a lot for me and a couple other people who have
What
put
part of
money
it?
into it.
I try, bro. I try to post it up. It's, you know what I mean? The power of promotion is crazy. Like I've learned, like, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing it, other friends of mine that do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned, like, even if all of us put like this, if all of us as artists, like most of us as artists are big social media presence, right? So if we're all posting it consistently, I think that even just a little bit more flow will happen. That not even on your, you know, together with what you're doing and what everybody else is doing. I think that like, cause it's crazy. You had Ange Michelle on the flyer. And I talked to, I was, you know, me and Bucks was always chopping it up. And I talked to Ange yesterday. She didn't even know she was on the, she didn't even know she was on the, that's not your fault or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like,
Yeah.
dang, I'm on Mass in the Grass. I was like, yeah, you need to promote it more. I was like, yo, people like want to come see you. I was like, that's why you're there, you know, promote it more for us, you know, for
Yeah.
all everybody. Cause, you know, but, yeah, I think that if we got together as a group, all of us, you know, we could get a little bit more going. You know what I'm saying? As far as you know, getting some more foot traffic there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
your
that's oh, go ahead.
what's your favorite part of the process, bro? I've seen you do like Bucks has been telling me more about you. Like he said, you were doing interviews in your like not interviews, but music stuff in your basement back in the days. Like you do like I watched you, bro. You did a cover for the Paramore, which is in the you know the trailer for this.
Yeah.
You tell me like you could do the sound for me if I have a concert. Like what do you like to do the most? You seem like you do like everything
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
or a little, you know, yeah,
Yeah, well, I guess my favorite part is just being able to to get all these people together from different backgrounds and, different styles of music, different kind of like music scenes, and just kind of mix it all together. Because, we have like we don't discriminate against any kind of genres, so we can have had like acoustic artists, punk rock, metal, EDM, rap, hip hop, bluegrass, like just every every genre of music is included in the festival. So I just like being able to offer these performance slots to a wide range of people, um, and just kind of move past the whole idea of like isolated cliques of people, like, oh, the hippies don't go to the metal shows and the
right.
metalheads don't go to the hippie shows. And it's I just think that's kind of silly. Like I enjoy all styles of music pretty much. I listen to just about everything. um, but yeah, other than that, I always have liked doing sound work as well, recording and and even live sound more recently. So those are like probably my two main favorite things.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, man, every time I like just checking on social media, just seeing people stuff. I'm like, dang, he's 1 minute a day he's posting artwork, and the next day he's posting. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, I was like, because I was confused. I said, Bucks was like, man, you were an artist, like you were a performer back in the day. And I never had the chance to really get to see you perform, like through ever these little shows I've been through. And I was like, damn, I didn't even really know that about you till you know what I mean. I thought you just maybe was playing around with the cover. I didn't know you was actually in the you know, live performing and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, live performing. I haven't done that as much. Like I mean, I've been recording YouTube videos since 2009, so I have like almost 800 different video uploads of just cover
uh,
songs, original music. But yeah, I'm still kind of new to like doing a lot of live performances. It's not really like, I don't know. They say, live performing is a skill in itself, so it's still one
yeah.
that I'm trying to work on because I used to have a lot of like, anxiety and just, I was nervous to perform in front of people
Oh
live.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
That's
been a
my least
process.
favorite, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I rather it's crazy. I'm more comfortable doing this with somebody than I am going on stage myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because I guess, like I said, I'm like new to that part. Like you said, there's so many things to worry about as far as your performance goes, right? Like with this, it's just a conversation. With the performance, it's like you got a lot, your energy level, your sound, right? Like your just your overall performance, bro. Like it's like and to me, like I did that talent show for the arts, but like it's like you don't want to do a shitty show, right? You don't want to see people to see you in that like starter phase, right? It's almost sucks, right? Because you don't want somebody to come out and see you and be like, well, damn, that shit kind of wasn't all the way there. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
why I'm not that into it as much as I should be. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I definitely like. I prefer just kind of being a recording artist. Just working on, producing music, mixing and mastering, and just kind of working, in my own environment, not having to
I
worry
feel that.
about how I'm sounding live and making mistakes and stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
nah, for sure, for sure. I feel that.
I've gotten better at it over time, and I don't have really the same level of anxiety as I had before. Like I
Okay.
remember first few times I performed live, like I felt like I was having a heart attack. Like, I was like, this isn't good. This doesn't feel good. Like maybe I shouldn't do this. But
Right,
yeah,
right,
it gets
right.
easier with practice.
Nah, for sure. I think it's just one of them things like you got to get miles under your belt per se. Like the more and more you get there, like the more and more you know what to even expect. How to play the room, kind of. I guess. You know.
Yeah,
The beauty about me too, also like, bro, I'm from DMV, so I come up here like nobody knows me. So if I fuck up, bro, it really doesn't, you know what I mean? It really doesn't mean as much to like where like my friends from high school are watching me, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's there watching me. Like I got the chance, got lucky, and was like able to move and do it. You know what I mean? Which has
yeah,
been, which has been like good for me. Like I said, as far as the ego of an artist, right? Like as far as that whole shit of like, oh, maybe they like me, maybe they don't type shit, you know?
yeah.
But what do you feel like the 814 scene missing, bro? Like we've talked behind the scenes a little bit, but what do you feel like could generate a more positive scene or bring more light to the scene, or what's missing?
Um, well, I think there's a lot of things that are missing in a way. I don't know. I've kind of seen some of those pieces get filled in over time. I think the local scene just kind of lacks like interconnectedness. You know, people people don't always, show up to support stuff. I've seen a lot of shows where, you know, people will go out to see their friend's band and then everyone leaves after they're done, and then
Yeah.
whoever's after that, they only have whatever's left of the crowd. So, I mean, I'm guilty of that too. I'm
I do
I'm
too.
getting older. I don't stay up as late as I used to. So sometimes it's like, by 11 o'clock, I'm like, I gotta go to bed now. Like,
Yeah, no, I feel
but
you, bro. I
yeah.
feel you.
But other than that, as far as like what the scene is lacking, I really think we need like more just enthusiasm for musical acts that are geared more toward younger people. Like you don't
Okay.
see like a lot of bands that younger people like being played in like the bigger spaces like Jaffa and maybe like the Curve Stadium. I really wish we had like a big event venue, something like I don't know if you heard of Mr. Small's Theater out toward Pittsburgh, but that's
Uh-uh.
like a whole big church that they converted into a venue with multiple stages in different areas. And um, I'm hoping that maybe the Railroad City Cultural Center will open up some opportunities there. I know they're working on getting that rolling. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think this area in general it just feels sort of like behind the times. There's not a lot of economic opportunity. There's not a lot of hope. Uh,
Right, you're
not
right, bro.
not a lot of culture. I mean, there's more than you might think, I guess, but it's just
Not
hasn't.
positive culture. We're gonna say positive culture. I've seen
Yeah,
some culture out here now for sure. I've seen some culture, bro.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I could probably go on all day about things that we could use and things that could be improved, but those are just kind of first few things that come to mind.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Now I see. I'm with you on that. Like I said, I got the benefit of meeting you. Like I said, coming to Mass in the Grass. So there's been some people that I've been like introduced to like through that like I've been trying to support their little stuff what they got going on too. That's outside of the hip hop scene and like kind of what I'm on. But like I said, I'm always down to chat with anybody. So like. I see that we don't cross support as much. Like even at the artists, like some people think it's so much about them that they won't want to post Sasha's music or post Cash's music or post this person. Like, and that's what a lot of like is all that you need, like as far as support goes, right? Because everybody's clicking their phones, right? So like supporting people, I think is very like easy. Like say they can't come to your show and they can't stay to 11. Well, post something from the show, post a picture at the show, post a live from the show, whatever the case may be. the more people see us supporting each other, the more people will buy in, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know, to people who try to do that stuff, it seems like obvious that, that stuff really helps out. But I think for people who aren't really into the whole promoting thing, or maybe they're not even really a musical artist, they're just, someone who goes out to shows sometimes, they don't really understand the value of doing small things, just sharing, liking
Right.
posts, taking photos. All that stuff goes a long way, for the amount of time everybody spends on their phones these days.
So I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, and
Crazy, man. I get frustrated with. I mean, ain't gonna lie, I get frustrated with it because, like, say like this, like, say I'll go scroll down and I'm like, NBA young boys come into Pittsburgh. Okay, you posted that, but you didn't post Mash in the Grass for me when you don't know NBA young boy. You know what I'm saying? You don't know these people. Why not? And I'm not saying like you have to post me, but it doesn't. If you're into posting, and like if I see you actively into posting, why are you gonna post somebody else's random shit that you don't have? Like, happy birthday to freaking Drake. Like, okay, post Mash in the Grass. You just said happy birthday to Drake. Like, let's grow up here. You know what I'm saying? That's from an
yeah,
artist perspective. Like, that's just what, because I see what it does, bro. I see it. Like, I literally cross mingle with, like, between a lot of different fan bases, and like this just this podcast alone allows me to see like that just posting you might get you one fan, and that's more and more fan that you didn't fucking have from my sector that I was doing nothing with, that might not even like rap. I was doing
yeah,
nothing with that fan, right? Seriously. Everybody doesn't like me that likes rap. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it's the truth. Like, I have friends that like, bro, like, you're just so crazy. That's why I posted that song. Like, I like Paramore. People don't know that about me. Like, I like other type of music too. You feel me? Like everything to me ain't about rap, but like, post us, man. I preach that, bro. Sorry if I'm long winded, but I preach that shit, bro. Because it's like, it pissed me off because it's free. Like, nobody buys our shit all the time, but posting us is free. Just do it.
yeah. Well, I think that kind of reminds me of the saying that, sometimes your biggest supporters are people you don't even know. And I've definitely found that to be true. Like, I mean, not that plenty of local people do support the festival and share the posts and stuff, which I definitely appreciate. But, as far as like getting, good amounts of views, shares, and things like that, mostly that comes from people that I don't even know, like I've done, as I said, a bunch of those YouTube videos over the past 15 years or so, and uh, back in the days when the algorithm was a little more forgiving, I managed managed to get like good numbers of views. Like I think I have like 2 million total views on that channel.
Dope, dope.
But yeah, I get good, nice comments every day, positive comments, just you know complimenting the song or the cover or whatever, and yeah, thousands of people that I don't even know.
It's crazy. You know what I want to give you a tip to, man? Switch to Instagram. What I'm noticing is that Instagram is more geared towards people consuming artist content, not necessarily random like Facebook. I don't know. I guess that everything comes in phases, and because I play like these social media sites so much with promotion, like I'm really learning like the my Facebook, even though it might have some engagement, the engagement for specifically people tuned into my music is way more faster to pick up on Instagram and TikTok too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where people are there for that. They're not there to post their nails today, or you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are there just for themselves. Like, for real. A lot of people on Facebook specifically just for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not even there for to know what Sasha's doing, to know what Cash is doing, and none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely true. Like I don't know, the main thing I like with Facebook is just like the groups and the ability to
Facts.
make like different pages and stuff like that. But yeah, it is kind of like at this point, like the old school platform where it's like, yeah, your parents are on there and your grandparents.
MySpace.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like, man, seriously, dude. Like, I see people like Grant. Like, I got my Facebook, man. I'm 37. I got my Facebook, bro, in high school. You know what I'm saying? When you had to have a .edu to have
yeah,
Facebook, like, you couldn't even get on it if you weren't in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
yeah,
why, like, it was big for me. But learning now, I'm learning, like, man, Facebook as a overall platform is not to knock. It's come garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's literally become half fake news and half like everything's so disappointing. Put like that. I feel like scrolling. I don't know if that's my algorithm or what. Like every time I scroll down, it's nothing but disappointment. Like everything is disappointment, and I like literally had to offload the app from my phone. Seriously, and
Yeah,
I just
there's
loaded it up back
definitely
up today. Yeah, because I was tired. I mean, I'm tired of seeing that, negativity. You know what I mean? I don't
yeah,
need it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I hear you there. Like you don't really see that on Instagram. Like you don't see people posting depressing status updates and like, sometimes it's just too much to handle. It's like I wake up some days, scroll through the feed on Facebook, and it's like, damn, everybody's having a fucking shit day now. Like, what's
right?
going on here? Must be
Right?
a
It's like
full
there's no
moon
hope.
or something. Like,
I scroll down. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of angry artists just like me. Feel like me. This shit sucks. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see
yeah,
that. You know
yeah.
what I
There's
mean?
I definitely should be on Instagram more. It's just like I've gotten so used to Facebook. Like I have an Instagram, but I don't really use it as much. And I did have a TikTok for a while, but I don't know. Like I guess I'm not as like up to date with a lot of that stuff. Like I
Right,
know there's
right.
more views to be gotten there usually,
Oh yeah,
but Facebook seems to be like at least where like I know the most people and have the most like friends that are active on it. So that's what I
yeah.
use for now, but yeah, I got to branch out a little more, reach
Nah,
the younger people.
the beauty about branching out is, bro, is that like I'm gonna say this. A lot of my followers are pre my music career, right? So a lot of them have stuck around just to see whether or not you win or fail. Either way, like they're not actually there to support. Which my new platforms, everybody's there to support the music because that's all I do there. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't do anything else with my Instagram artist profile but post my music. So you're only there if you like my music. If you don't like it, then you're not there. I'd rather have 200 people that are there for my music than 200 people that are there to hate or watch or not engage, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the Instagram definitely is more artist centric, whereas like Facebook, I mean, unless you're posting from just like your artist page all the time, like I mean, I post most stuff on my regular news feed on my personal profile. So it's kind of all like intertwined with my regular life stuff, and I feel like
Right.
a lot of times that can distract from what you're putting out. Like, if you're releasing some cool content, then the next day you're like, oh, I'm so depressed, my life is terrible.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's just kind of a distraction. Like most any other artist that's big is not going to be really doing that, posting
Yeah.
their life updates and stuff like that on their
Yeah.
music pages. So,
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's bro. That's what I just switched to. Like I try to keep it mute because I'm like I almost feel like the more like the personal you are with people, it takes away from your artistry as far as like your social media presence. Like the more I post about my family and stuff and shit like that, like people are there for that. Like when I see, oh damn, let me see his kid, let me dance, let me see this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really what I want you on my social media for. My friends are gonna see that because they know me, but
Yeah.
my social media, I'm like really learning gearing this shit towards like your artistry. Like I want to give you another tip too, bro. Like as you an artist that goes live, like that does live music, go live on TikTok. I'm seeing people that do like the guitar lives and stuff, bro. Their lives are like shoot through the roof because say you're covering a song for like a huge band that everybody likes. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care they don't care nothing about you performing it. They stop automatically because they heard the song they liked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's crazy. And your live, it automatically gives you more like I say this: if I see a person go live and they're playing an instrument, it makes me feel like they're more of an artist. Does that make sense? Versus like being just a person that might be rapping and just playing around with it. Like the fact that you have a guitar and that you put it all together in a live makes it seem way more. To me, it just seems more genuine. I wish like if I knew how to make live music, I would do it. Like as far as even making beats, like I would do it live, like because it's more organic. Like it's crazy how people like the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy for
Yeah,
real.
that's definitely true. Like I don't tend to do as many like lives because I don't know, I worry too much sometimes about like saying the wrong thing or I think this is one of the first really like long extended live interviews I've ever done. So
Yeah,
um
no, that's good, bro. It's good. It takes practice. I start. If everybody watched my first one, dude, I sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that you suck or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you have to as an artist now. Like, Just I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird. It's weird. You really have to, you know.
Yeah.
But what are you what advice do you have for somebody who is just starting to be an artist? Like since you do so many aspects of music, what advice would you give somebody else that's starting up?
Uh, well,
Oh my
if
God,
I,
look at Slime. Oh my God, this is crazy. He's so crazy. We got
Bro,
we got Slime Hendrix with us this morning. We got Slime Hendrix. I mean, it's afternoon.
what's
But
popping?
yeah, you in here?
so
What you got to say?
Sasha's good game.
What would you I'm just you ain't missed too. Oh, his phone broke.
sorry.
You ain't missed too much. It's all right, bro. You right, bro.
Hit
We
Oh,
my
he
good.
raging. Look, he
headphones there.
raging.
Uh,
Not used to these
um,
wired headphones.
nah, hey, wired head. Ain't nothing wrong with them, bro. I use them sometimes to record shit. They're dope. But what advice you give the artists starting up, bro, that want to take on this journey?
Uh, well, one thing I can say is, when I first started out, I really just kept it about enjoying what I was doing. Wasn't really worried about gaining a following or
Mm-hmm.
how many likes I was getting. Like, I just enjoyed doing it and made sure that I kept it fun and entertaining for me. The whole growing your fan base and doing all that stuff, that's a whole nother aspect of music. And honestly, it's not for everybody. Everybody wants attention and validation on their music, of course, but that's something that I've learned to not care about as much. Like, I,
Mm-hmm.
I try to promote myself every now and then, but I realized that even if nobody was watching me or listening, I would still be doing it. So I just keep going with that mentality. And but yeah, if people want to actually get out there, there's a whole process to doing that. There's ways to get on playlists. There's, ways to get more gig opportunities. You can go through a booking agency. Like, you really, you can only do so much by yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just encourage people, like, if they want to go that route, to just be sure that that's what they really want. Do some research about what that all entails, the amount of time you're probably going to have to dedicate. If you want to be a touring artist, that's touring is exhausting, and
Right.
a lot of people end up hating it. So maybe you go that route and you don't even like it. Just
Oh, facts.
be
I
sure
be
that
trying to tell him. Once
yeah,
it
yeah,
becomes a job, bro, it's like, damn, like, fuck this shit.
yeah,
Word.
yeah. It does
You got any?
become less enjoyable sometimes when it seems like work.
For sure. Now, bro, the more I'm into it, the more it's like a job. But like I said, I mix it up. Like so I don't get burnt out. Like the music is becoming like more to the background, like as background noise. I don't mean it like I don't love it anymore, but like I want to love it on my terms, bro. I don't want to be so like listen to my music no more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to listen. If you don't, then that's cool too. Like I'm gonna promote it regardless. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be telling people listen all the time. I want them to
Yeah,
see me doing other shit now. You know what I mean? Like talking to you so they can
Yeah.
say like, bruh's not a dummy, even though he talks about certain shit. He might not be a dummy in real life. You know what I mean? I mean, just be honest. Like rappers have bad stigmas, bro. Like people hear, oh, I'm just from prison. I'm just trying to act crazy everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? And that's not you know me. That's not how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
It's
like
more.
that.
It's more to the music nowadays, man. Like you gotta jump on the streams. You gotta jump on podcasts. Like you can't just make music no more, bro. That shit is boring, bro.
Nah,
Like
for
we
sure.
live in a whole new age and era right now, bro. Like if you're not on this wave, bro, you gonna drown for real. Like
No, we were just talking about that, man. You got any questions for him, bro? You got because I heard y'all. Y'all been trying to. Y'all ain't really met, but y'all been knowing of each other for a while.
yeah,
You got any
I was
questions
telling him
for
like
him?
yeah, we knew each other, but we ain't know each other, bro. Like that shit crazy.
Nah, Sasha
Facts.
like a ghost. They said you like a ghost in the city, man. You always
Yeah, bro.
around, but
I
you might
don't
not
really.
see you.
I'm an introvert, bro. Like if you ain't fucking with me, I ain't fucking with you. Straight like that,
yeah.
man. For real, like.
Yeah, nah, I can
Uh,
feel that, bro. Now
what
we just
y'all?
chatting up, brother. This is
I was
not like
just
I said.
warming up for real.
Go ahead, bro.
I was just warming up. I ain't really
Yeah,
talking
now
about
we
that
just been
really.
talking. Like, yeah, I just, bro, Sasha, this is not like, even though I asked you questions throughout, like, bro, we just here to talk. Like, we just here to have a conversation for the world to promote you, and hear me again and Slime, and we just having a conversation. So, like, don't feel if you want to talk about anything under the sun, that's on you, bro. I figure we put Mass in the Grass in the front, but you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got going. Me too. It helps, right? I'm promoting Mass. Shout out to everybody
Y'all
watching.
spoke on that already?
Now we talked a little bit about it. We just was talking about some struggles. Like I said, bro, we just got a little bit into like his issues with mass. He was saying like he had some issues with funding. Like funding been a problem, like because he holding the weight. Him and his folks holding a big weight of the funding and promotion. Like we're not like I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna speak for how I interpreted it. We're not promoting as artists as much as we probably can, and
Yeah,
and, and being the fact that
heavy
we're
on
not
that.
enduring the financial burden of it. That's like we could be doing that, right, Sasha? Like honestly, like I mean, you might not say it, but I will say it for you. Like us as part of
Well,
Masterclass, for
here's
those
my
who
take
aren't
on it,
part of it.
bro. I feel like y'all should give artists tickets. I mean, that will help them promote it and just feel like they involved a little bit more than just, oh, I'm on a flyer. Let me throw this flyer on my social media account. And I mean, like
That
Yeah,
might
these
work.
artists, like print out like 10 tickets for these artists. I mean, give it to their folks and boom, like I mean, it's gonna be a movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, we have done that in the past a little bit, but yeah, like I've really tried to make it so that the artist doesn't have to kind of be burdened by like selling stuff,
Makes
so they
sense.
can
Yeah,
have
I feel,
time to
I feel
focus
that.
on their music, and they don't have to like sell a certain number of tickets to get paid or something like that, which I think it definitely would help if we did it that way. um, but yeah, then there's the whole keeping track of everyone who has money and collecting it back from them, and
Yeah, tickets,
been
sales, and all that.
confusion. Yeah, losing tickets. I remember somebody lost like 100 tickets before, and I was like,
Oof.
oh well. Uh,
Hell nah, you
for
gotta
all I
go,
know,
buddy.
100 people got in for free. Like,
Yeah, I'm not feeling that, Sasha. I ain't gonna lie with you. I'm not. If I was part of the treasury of Master the Grass, I'm gonna tell you this: that artist got to pay them 100 tickets. I'm sorry, buddy. You got to pay for half of them because I'm
That's
not
why you gotta
going
have
for it.
security. You gotta have security right there at the gate. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, I'll
we
be
gonna change
security,
the
bro. I'll be
tickets.
security, man. Ain't nobody get past me, man.
yeah,
Nah. Yeah, that's kind of what we've been chatting about, bro. We've been chatting about that and him, kind of his journey as an artist, bro. Like, another thing I want to say, bro, Tasha, man, for any artist that is listening, you are a tool, bro. Like, not as a bad way. Like, people, you have a lot of knowledge. Like, you always, like, anytime I'm posting something, like, bro, you always sneak around and say, like, oh, bro, try this, or bro, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody listening, bro, like, experience wise, even though you might not know him as an artist, bro, he has a lot of artist tools, bro. Like, I mean, you've obviously been doing this a while. You know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't been at the forefront of
Oh
it.
wow, too, bro. I remember when you was doing the shit in the basement, man. Like that
yeah,
shit was a movie, bro. Like you might have to bring that back for these artists. I mean, like just to give them something else to do out here, bro. Because they like, there's not really too many places to perform. I mean, like,
yeah. I do miss the basement shows sometimes. That was like that was a pretty cool thing because we would have, kind of like with the festival, we had all different
uh-huh.
genres. I
Yeah, man.
remember,
These artists need content, man. They burnt the fuck out, man. They don't know what to do. They scrambling right now, like for
yeah,
real.
yeah, it'd be nice to. I mean, I don't have a basement in my house. We were doing it at my friend Matt's place, and so that gave us a nice little space to use. But yeah, I don't have a house to accommodate that.
What happened with Matt?
Maybe
Is he still in
somebody
the
else
area or
does.
no?
Um, I don't see him too often. I think he's, mainly just been focusing
Doing
on
his own thing.
family and stuff.
Okay.
Got a couple of kids, and just trying to, work and be a dad, and which I definitely respect that.
But yeah,
I'm
that'll
sure it
slow
wasn't.
everything.
Yeah, it's not easy to tap out and, kind of give up on, or put the goals aside or on the back burner for a little while.
Yeah, man.
But that's where it's always been a struggle for me because I have two kids as well. I work full time, and just trying to balance all this other stuff. It's kind of like I'm
It takes a
questioning.
team, man. It definitely takes a village.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I try to. I'm keeping in mind like how much time this is taken away from like my family and money as well. I could have put my kids through college with all the freaking money I spent on this event, but
It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay off, dude. It's gonna
I
pay.
hope so.
Man, hey, listen to this, man. Woodstock said the same shit when they started, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
South by Southwest was saying the same thing when they started, man. And I swear, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Any artist that's listening, man, tap in with him about it, because a lot of these places won't even give you a chance, bro. Or they give you a chance in a place like, say they have a big festival, they give you a chance in a small little room outside of the main stage or outside of the main crowd. Like, trust me, man. I didn't been dealing with this for a year, hardcore. Like, really talking to artists on a regular and really trying to see what it takes to get on a big stage, bro. Not respectfully, like I really been research that on a day-to-day basis, how to get in the front of this shit, and that's where it starts, bro. These places like this, put like this could be Bonnaroo, right? Easily, right? What's the difference? What's the difference? You tell me.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I feel like maybe one of the things that kind of affects that is just the economic situation of this area.
Facts.
People
Yeah.
a lot of the times are turned off by paying like a $5 or $10 cover at a bar. So it's like, I even feel bad charging 20-30 bucks to get into the festival, because like, somebody might only come for a couple hours, and it's like, is it really worth it? I mean, I think it's worth it because I like music and being there.
Yeah, you
But
know what you're
Right.
paying for, man. You're coming for the
yeah,
experience.
but yeah, I know, a lot of people are in my same situation. Like, I literally live paycheck to paycheck. I have like $2 in my bank right now. I'm struggling just to pay my own bills, and trying to do this festival on top of it is really a challenge. But
Have you tried a fundraiser? Have you tried a fundraiser?
uh we haven't really had a fundraiser like in a formal sense, like and mainly that's just the time and the manpower. Like, all my team members, they're all busy, doing working jobs and doing the same thing I'm doing. So, I don't like to ask a lot of people
Man, you can ask me
to
any, not to cut
I
you off, bro.
put
You can ask me
put that
any day.
ego
I
to the
can work with
side,
you all day,
man.
bro.
yeah,
Ask me any day. Yeah, any help you see I can give. Like, I'm getting ready to ask you right now after you just said that, bro. Any artists, we need to come together and go to McGarvey's, because they gonna give everybody a chance and do a Mass in the Grass fundraiser. You heard it here first. That's exactly what we need to do. I'm gonna call McGarvey's today after we get off the phone. And anybody who wants to perform, who ain't getting a fucking shot, come there. And anything come from the door, bro, we'll put it to Mass in the Grass, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's real
Uh-huh.
shit, bro. I'm
yeah,
down for that. You got me as a performer, one person. I know you'll perform, right? You'll perform, right? Or do sound or something, right?
yeah,
Shit,
So,
I'll come out of retirement, man. Motherfucker will pull up for that.
all right.
Word.
Well, well, you heard it here first. Anybody who listening, we're gonna try to. I'm gonna talk to McGarvey's, or somebody, one of the three of us will talk to McGarvey's. That's just the place that I know that'll give us a chance, and I'll do what I can to promote it. I don't care who comes or not. I'll promote the fuck out of it, fundraiser and whatever. And if it goes dope, guess what? For the artist that's there, we can throw our own show after, right? We'll throw our show next. Like, if it goes dope this one time, let's give Mass in the Grass who give us a shot. And I feel like anybody on Mass should automatically want to perform there, right? Get a practice warm up, because you ain't been on stage like that, a lot of us, right? Get a
yeah,
practice warm up at McGarvey's, treat it as an open mic type shit. Anything we get from the door, boom, let that shit go to Mass in the Grass, Sasha. Whatever you get, you get. You know what I'm saying? If we don't get it, we don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But we all need practice before we go to your show, bro. We do, all of us. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Well,
So,
yeah, everything helps. I mean, just um luckily we were able to get like one pretty good sized sponsorship this year.
okay.
So I'm hoping that, yeah, maybe if we could do like a little fundraiser or something before the festival, hopefully we could make it so at least we don't lose any money this year, because
No, I want to help,
that
bro.
would
I want to
be,
help. Yeah, I want to help, bro, any
Well,
way I
man,
can.
this shit should be the biggest thing in the
Yeah,
area
I
of
see
smoke right
potential.
now.
Yeah, I do see the potential. Like, bro, I literally, like, I used to DoorDash it around here. Like, I hear everybody's always asking me because I'm talking about music. Well, there's nowhere for us to watch music. There's nowhere for us to go. There's nowhere. But guess what? Well, once a year, you're gonna have a fucking whole smorgasbord of shit you can go do and see, right? Like, if you don't go there at one time, so you can know that there are people performing out here, day to day or weekend to week or week, whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even know, for real.
yeah,
Another way you can monetize it. I mean, like try to find like a third party channel where you could live stream it and people can like subscribe. Or I mean, like motherfuckers who can't make it out. I mean, still want to support or whatever.
yeah.
That's true
Subscribe to
too.
the channel and
That
I
would
mean,
be,
watch it live. Yeah, some shit.
yeah. It was only only just this past year that we had it that we got internet there, so we haven't been able
Okay.
to do any streaming
Yeah,
in the
it is a
past.
stick. Yeah, it is a stick.
But yeah, now that we have that, hopefully it would be good enough internet connection to do some lives or something.
Oh, we trying
It's a
to.
good
We
idea.
trying to. Yeah, we gonna stream for Talk of the Town. We'll be there. Any artists want interviews, want to come talk about their show performance there, want to just fucking talk shit, want to fucking do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come talk with us. Like, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna be up there. I'm gonna perform anyway. I think I'm gonna camp this year, Sasha. I think I'm gonna camp out up there this year just to kind of, like you said, support everybody, get more like, cause everybody was cool there, like real shit. Like, even though they weren't, everybody wasn't a huge hip hop head. Everybody showed me hella love, like as an artist up there. Like, seriously, like
Yeah,
See,
I got
I
fans.
never attended, so this is my first time attending. So I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, bro, they had a game room like for gamers who ain't even there for music. Like last year, they had a whole gaming, like a gaming section. Like if you didn't want to fuck with the music, like you could go in the game room. You know
Like
what I mean?
Xbox,
Like
PlayStation 5 type shit.
all type of shit, bro. Like computer shit, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They had all
I'm
type of
hustling.
shit.
I'm gonna be up to play 2K
Are y'all
25 for
having that again? Are
$20.
y'all having the gaming again?
yeah, I'm gonna try to keep that going. Yeah, it was basically like, we had like 8 flat screen TVs,
Yeah,
with
promote
different
that
game
too. Yeah, tell them it's a
systems.
tournament. Yeah, 2K tournament, Call of Duty tournament, whatever. You know what I mean, like motherfuckers gonna pull up, bro. You gotta put the word out.
Yeah, we
'Cause I didn't
even
know about none of that. I would have pulled up for sure. Like,
yeah, last year one of my team members, Wesley, he actually built an arcade machine from scratch.
Yeah.
Like the day
that's
before the
dope.
festival, he spent the entire day just building this arcade machine, like with
That's dope as
wood and
fuck.
buttons and a TV screen, everything.
You
Like
gotta get him on the
it's
show.
crazy.
I need to hear about that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. It was when I put like this. When I brought my friends from Virginia, they came up there like, and we be in DMV. They were like, "Dang, they got all this going on back here." You know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot. It was a lot.
Damn,
Like the food was there. They had a food truck there. They had games there. The Wi-Fi there. And you know, first free Wi-Fi, right? Like,
free Wi-Fi?
and they
Yeah, free
had
Wi-Fi.
yeah,
yeah,
it was a free Wi-Fi. Like you had to think you had the Wi-Fi, right? Like it was crazy for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
yeah.
Honestly,
We
like
try to
it was.
go all out when we can.
Can't beat it. Y'all niggas, hey, all y'all motherfuckers standing in front of sheets, man. Come to Mass in the Grass, man. Free Wi-Fi, man. What the fuck y'all talking about? Like,
Yeah, it was pretty cool to be able to build an arcade basically in like Amish country,
Yeah.
That's not something you see every day.
they probably ain't like that up there. You
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
I remember that reminds me of a funny story actually. There was a couple years ago there was somebody who was just like wandering around Sinking Valley. I think they like just left their house or whatever. They were ran away from home or something. And they ended up just finding the festival and like
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
come
we
up,
invited them
people.
in and they just hung out there like that would be a surreal kind of sight, like just walking through Amish country and it's like, what's going on over here? Oh shit.
Jackpot.
Right.
Jackpot.
Right. Now it's crazy how it was, like I said, for like to be back where it was like my folks were like surprised that they even had, you know what I'm saying, because you said it's the Amish country, like you to even have that all back there, like you would think you were just gonna be in a field, right? Like for real,
Yeah.
like you really think of when you hear Sinking Valley Fairground, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna literally be in a field, I'm in a muddy field all day, right? And it wasn't like that. Nah, it
Yo,
definitely
let me
wasn't.
take this call real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. It wasn't like that at all. It was not like that at all. And like I said, artists, man, I'm gonna get with artists. And anything, Sasha, you need me to do promo wise, bro, ask me. I promote all day, bro. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's all I do. So I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say it's all I do, but that's a big part of my day because I'm trying to learn the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't post enough, I will not learn what is effective for me as an artist and what's not. So now I'm learning, and now I'm learning what could even help other people. Is crazy. Like I said, I'm learning how to package it for anybody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, yeah, definitely, I've been checking out your podcasts every once in a while when I can and I definitely like the ones where you do like the tips for artists and stuff.
For
I think
sure.
that's really important to just give people resources, tools to use, useful information.
Right.
And that's, one thing I always try to do as far as um, being a resource, somebody who can just help people out with for free, like
Right.
people
Right.
have questions. I'm always around, and always try to help people as much as I can. And that's
Oh, for
kind of
sure.
what the
I'm the
whole
same way.
festival's about, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, bro, it's like I feel like I'm kind of like you with this. Like, I'm financially draining myself with this thing, right? Like, I'm literally using a lot of my resources to further this, but I see where like it could go, even for as a sustainable, even if it's a sustainable side income, right? Like, I'm not saying that like put like this, Match in the Grass. If you could break even this year, let's say that you could get into the green next year, and then from there you're like everything is good, right? Like you might could really use that as like that might could fund you for months of living, right? And for real, like I hate and I would think that that's where it would go one day, right? Like that would be the goal, right?
Yeah, that would be a good place to shoot for. It's definitely, if we can't at least break even going forward, like I really don't know how long I can keep this going. Like I've maxed out credit cards, for this event. I'm like now basically like enslaved by my own debt. Like it's kind
Well, I'm
of
gonna tell you this:
it's gotten out
one
of
of your
hand for
artists,
me.
one of your artists, his name is Des G, and everybody in Altoona seems to really fucking love this guy. So he's a good person to keep in mind at the fundraiser, Des, if you're listening, for real, because a lot of people support him as what I'm saying, a respectable artist out here. So
Yeah,
like I said, I think that if we did that a couple of times a year, it don't have to be like all the time you're asking to play for Match in the Grass, but like maybe once in the winter, and then once maybe before you could help. That could help too. You know what I mean? It's free as far as free game. Like I mean, you always hear me say that, like free game, like boom, like fuck it, let's try the
yeah,
free route first. You know?
yeah. That would definitely be a big help if we could put together some events like that, fundraising and stuff. I thought about even maybe doing like a Kickstarter.
Do it.
I don't. I guess it's kind of like a sense of pride thing that I have, where like I don't want to have to ask for money, but at this point we really needed to be able
Man.
to keep it going.
I mean, but hold on. I'm gonna say this: when you're not, when, and that's even me. Like when I'm asking for everybody to support me, guess what? It's going into you're supporting me because you like the content, you like the music, right? So you're supporting me with the purpose that this shit costs, like you said. So if you like Mass in the Grass and you like the idea of being at a festival, be a part of that. That's why I said I'm cool with being a part of this fundraising, because be a part of that too. This shit is nothing in this world is free for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah,
like comes with either time that you could be at your job, or it costs out your pocket, right? Like we're saying, or it costs you to be with your family, right? So boom, like I always say, don't feel bad about that, because guess what? Man, nobody really cares. It's bad. Really, only people that care are the people that are fucking just hating. Because how could you hate on that? How could you hate on a man making a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for his festival that he pays for out of his pocket every year?
Can't, bro.
How can
Like,
anybody have something bad to say, right? I mean, for real.
yeah,
What's bad about that? What you tell me?
bro, a chick literally made a GoFundMe because she called a little black kid the N-word at a park, bro. They gave her $500,000, bro.
Thank you.
dang,
Like this world we live in is crazy, bro. Like you will
yeah,
get some funding for this shit, bro. You gotta put your ego to
No,
the
they'll
side,
support
bro.
you, bro. That's a good thing. This for real. Put like this, even if it's only $3 or $4 from a bunch of people, that's a good thing to support. Like, bro, support independent music, right? Not slaves to the big machine, right? Support an independent artist that's doing it, right? And support a small business at the same time, right? Which is most people that are there, right? Everything is for
yeah,
the people. It
yeah,
is for
yeah.
real,
It's a good little economy that's going on when we have the event for the couple days that it lasts.
right?
It's
Yeah,
opportunities
and it's
for all the
going on in
vendors
this
to
area, man.
make
Like
money, and
that's the
yeah, it's
biggest.
For real, man. People need to, I think, like I said, embrace what they instead of using everything, start to contribute. You know what I'm saying? Use it for what it's worth, but contribute while you're using it up, right? Like if they want to, like me as an artist, that's why I posted for you. I'm using Master the Grass, but what? I'm not supposed to promote it, right? Why am I not supposed to promote it? I'm supposed to use the platform and not promote you? That's crazy to me, right? That's fucked
yeah,
up though. To me, you might not say it because you're in a position where you have to be a little bit more diplomatic. But to any artist listening, if this man has made a flyer, sat at home, put your name on a fucking flyer, and you didn't fucking post that flyer, You know what I'm saying? You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, and I don't care what nobody like it or not. They could like it, they could hate it, or whatever. Because the man could have charged you. The man could have charged you because you can ask other promoters that do this shit how much they charge for their festival this summer when you go to South by Southwest, when you go to Bonnaroo, when you go to these Woodstocks, when you go to these places. Ask how much those artists came to get on that fucking stage. Ask them. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is paid and not everybody is free. A lot of them people have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. You know what I mean?
Gotta pay to play, man.
And I'm like I said, that's why I rock with you because I didn't know you. You didn't try to slick promoter game, and you know what I'm talking about. Oh, give me a couple dollars, and I'll think about getting you up there. And you didn't play none of that shit. You didn't do none of that fucking slick ass weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You said,
you better than me. I would go all up in your pockets. Hell, you didn't cash.
You Brooklyn people. You know how you Brooklyn guys get, man. Y'all want
Queens,
to
man, watch your
come
mouth,
for
man.
$1.
Queens, nigga, Queens.
But now, for real, bro. Like I think, like you said, like I think we'll see a better outcome if we all put our, put our platforms together and promote and even fundraise or even, like I said, just anything we can do. Like I said, don't feel bad to ask me, bro. I'm down for help you any way I can because I'm already on this type of time anyway. This is what I do all day. I like
all
doing
day,
it.
every day, man.
Yeah,
like,
I enjoy it. I'm working on something. I'm working on monetizing. So why not try to get your shit up there while I'm already posting? I'm cool with it. No problem. See, I made that reel for you. Send me the shit. No problem. Boom. I make the shit. Maybe you got a follower or two. I hope you got a follower or two after this interview.
he gonna send you an invoice later.
Nah, there's some not him, but there's some people that this shit getting an invoice because I've been watching them and they've been getting a little bit of motion and they ain't been talking. They ain't been talking to me too much.
Send that invoice to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'm like I said, I'm excited for Mass in the Grass, bro. Like I said last year as an artist, bro, that was dope. That was like literally my second performance in life. So like I just enjoyed it because it was like new to me. You know what I'm saying? That was like real new experience and y'all made it super duper comfortable, bro. Like y'all didn't.
Oh, the second too. That's tough. I didn't even know that, bro.
Yeah, that
After
was
the
my
drink,
that was my next performance. Yeah, bro, that was it. That's what I said.
That's a good John right there, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's why I tell people, like, man, I'm good at this networking thing. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when it comes to networking and this shit, bro, like, think about it, man. I know artists that never even got on Mass in the Grass, live here in Altoona, never thought about ask Sasha, never thought about ask anybody involved, like. For real, bro. Like, network. Nobody likes your music that much, respectfully, bro. Like, nobody's gonna stop and be like, "Hey, tap your shoulder. Hey, buddy, you want to come on a festival?" And I'm sorry to say that it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You have to network. You have to talk to Sasha. You have to talk to Paige.
They're not trying to be uncomfortable, man. Like, they comfortable where they at, bro. Like, that shit is. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I definitely try to support, other people putting on events too, like, the Page, as you said, with the African American Heritage Festival. My friend Todd puts on the Route 22 Rock and Blues Festival out in Huntington. That's pretty nice, chill event with good variety of music there as well. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Can of Tuna, that's another good one.
Yeah.
I missed this year.
Oh yeah, it was great. Good weather, and yeah, it was a great event. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I know it's, I know from experience that it's not easy to put these big events on. So definitely shout out to all the event coordinators out there who are trying to put events on. Harold with the hip hop shows and stuff. And that was. Maybe we should talk about that a little bit. Is the plan for this year?
Yeah, what is the plan? Because I'm before you even start, I'm gonna tell you this. From the hip hop scene, I'm gonna speak as somebody that's in the hip hop scene. We've been supposed to have a couple shows getting canceled, right? So nobody's been in contact with anybody speaking about Mass in the Grass because I got a group text about it from Harold, and now since the couple shows been canceled, nobody's even active in the group chat to say anything about what we're doing, and it's not far away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my baby mom didn't know she was on the card, bro. Like,
I told him that. Yeah, I told him that.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah. Well, basically, the plan was, or how it all got started was, after I went to that last House of Melodies show at the Grand Hotel, and I've been seeing Harold building up the rap scene and other people as well. but he's kind of been trying to do the same thing, like offering people opportunities and creating a little scene, because there hasn't been a lot of like there hasn't been like a good rap scene here, at least not since I've been here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I figured for Friday night of our festival, I was like, well, why not just make that like another hip hop show?
Oh, that's dope.
So that's basically the plan. Is once we wrap up like outdoors, we're gonna move indoors, which is after like 11 p.m. and then we'll have all a lot of the House of Melodies artists like you and Quick, of course, Tev, Ange. Yeah, even though she didn't know she was on the flyer. I talked to her yesterday actually, and I was like, oh, sorry, I thought Harold might have mentioned it to you or something, but yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I didn't know, but it's like, well, hopefully it's a good surprise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, he was excited. Man.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a cool thing, and it's kind of us trying to help out also with promoting the rap and hip hop scene in this area, because it doesn't always get a lot of love from
It don't.
everybody. So I feel like we can
I get
help
used to it.
each other out.
They shut all the venues down. Like, I mean, everywhere we
Yeah.
performed at when I was
Yeah.
coming up, I mean, they shut everything down literally. Like,
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, Sasha? I'm just curious. I'm nosy. Like, why do you think the rap scene is not getting any? Because there's a lot of rappers out here. So why are they getting any per se? Like, why is the scene not there? What do you think that is?
Well, it's still. I know there's been people rappers in this area for quite a while, but there hasn't really been consistent shows put on. So I think the scene itself is still kind of like in its early stages, and it takes time to build that
yeah,
momentum.
it's kind of like revamping right now, because I know whenever we was doing shows, a lot of spots didn't want to fuck with us because the bullshit that come with it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I felt like the show at the Grand Hotel went pretty well. There was no problems there, and nobody was getting too crazy, and that's at a a hotel. I'm surprised they were so open about like having it there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
and they've really been supporting the hip hop scene of recent. Like nobody really just be booking it, but
yeah.
Altoona, Arts of Altoona was supportive too, and I reached out to the group. They were I haven't got to lock back in because I want me and Slime were trying to plan something, and I haven't got to lock back in with them. But yeah, they were pretty supportive. That was the only two. McGarvey's too. Very, very supportive of us. But everybody else I called around was kind of. And I didn't talk to 4Ds. I know 4Ds has been messing with people too. I didn't talk to 4Ds. I never even been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that they've been messing with some people.
Yeah, those are those places you mentioned. They're really the main places to play for any genre of music. Like, and I mean, yeah, McGarvey's is probably the best spot in town for just music in general, live shows. Arts Altoona, I feel like, is a great spot as well, but it's kind of underutilized, and I know that they could benefit from getting more shows going on there from independent people putting shows on. I'm hoping that the cultural center will get up and running, because I think that downtown area could be a good spot, especially with that new like Center City Market they opened up downtown. Lots of new businesses and little breweries and stuff. Yeah, hoping that downtown area gets a little bit of like revitalization and energy back to it.
No, for sure. Hey, how hard would this be to do? I have a question for you because I've seen it done online. They got some around here. You know the place you seen places that have these huge underpasses? I seen somebody throw a show outside under an underpass, bro. I don't know if you've been seeing that. And this was rock performers. This wasn't rappers. You know what I'm saying? But they went out, they were managed to bring the sound outside, and bro, they just performed on the underpass. You know how many people came to it? It was crazy. It was so crazy to see it. I want to do that. Is that hard to do, to have the sound outside in a random spot like that?
Where did you see that show going on? Was that around here?
I'm gonna look it up online. I seen it online. I literally seen it online. They were saying that these artists The caption was nobody wanted to give them a venue, so they went outside. Literally, bro, a rock group took they shit outside, went under an underpass, and just threw a show under there and said everybody come under the underpass. That's all they did.
Yeah.
How hard would it be
Well,
to do a show outside like that? Like, I mean, essentially,
it's. I feel like it. I mean, you might have to get some specific like permits or something. I'm sure you would to do something like that. And then other than that, it's just a matter of getting all the shit you need, like power generators or
generators. That's how you do it.
stage.
Yeah, they built a
All
makeshift
the other
one.
stuff.
Yeah, nah, because under underpass, you know what they use under the underpass as the stage. You know how you under a tunnel and you can climb up on the side like on a big cement. They use that as the stage, and the crowd was underneath it. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm
That's
talking about?
awesome.
Like, yeah,
Protection. Protection from the rain and the sun too. That's
right. Nah, it was
ideal.
raining. It was crazy. Nah, it was raining while they was throwing it, and the scenery was dope because it looked like a old like Green Day grunge, like old like it just reminded me of that like old grunge type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I'd like to see us throw more like kickbacks. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Like just in the backyard might be artists performing. Like I don't think it has to be so necessarily structured. You know what I'm saying? Like live day, pull the speaker outside. You want to perform? Shit, we're having a cookout. Come perform. Everybody's here to listen to music today. That's it. You know?
Yeah. That my one friend Steven, I don't know if you know Steven Dawkins. He was trying to do like block parties and stuff a while
There you
back.
go. There you go.
Something like that would probably be cool.
Nah, that would be
bring
dope.
back.
Yeah, bring anybody want to cook and bring food type shit, like a potluck mixed with music, bro, for real. I haven't seen that like in a long time. You know what I mean? I haven't seen like people doing that. DMV has it a lot, but in here I don't see much. DMV, like I said, DMV seems to have way more shit going on. It's more populated. But here, like I said, I haven't seen people getting creative with the resources we have in front of us, right? Like I'm not talking about this throwing a festival. I'm talking about throwing a cookout and having us perform as cookout, like shit like that.
Yeah,
you gotta build
something
scene.
simple. People always talk about there's nothing to do here. This place is boring, but yeah, it's like if there's nothing to do, then put something on yourself, or have a cookout. Bring a speaker outside, a microphone. Like
I'm telling you, man. I'm from the era. We got it out the mud. We partied out the mud. Like shit. You might be outside with a Bluetooth speaker, and that's the party, bro. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Fuck. We're here to have a good time. It's not here to be all a fashion show and all that shit. Just here to rock some music, enjoy some shit, and for real. This scene is not really a scene, so nobody's but so established, right? So let's establish the scene, right? Let's establish ourselves first. Then they might pay you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I said you. I'm talking about us as artists in general. We don't build the scene, like we don't collectively, and that by collectively I mean us as indie
a block party or something like that, bro. Like the paper gonna pick that up real quick. Like, oh, they doing a block party. Oh yeah, like I'm gonna tap in and see what's going on over there. You know,
man, throw a chili cook-off, man. Throw a chili cook-off and have the music. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be all. It don't have to be all one thing. You know what I'm saying? Have a beer tasting. You know what I mean? Anything.
We did that. We had a chili cook-off last year at the Sinking Valley Farm Show, which I also help out with that, and that went really well. Actually, there was a lot of people that came. There's probably like 30 different chilies, and it was great. Something like that everybody loves food. So
I'm telling you.
I ain't hear about that. I would have been there. My mom make a mean
I'm gonna get with you, Sasha, off camera, and we're gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. I'm not saying we done, but you know what I'm saying. I think that collectively, me and you could like tag team some stuff that I can help you out with, like with your resources you already have, and then me doing some leg work that you can't do. Being the arms and legs a little bit while you can't because you're time consuming, right? Like for real. Yeah, I think me and Slime can help on our end, like because we're heavy with this shit with the internet and promotion and all that shit, And he got a big fan base. He was a performer, you know what I'm saying? He was out here performing and doing his shit already for you know what I'm saying? So he know who to contact, right? Like who's gonna come out type shit. So I think there's some shit
my old Rolodex, man.
I mean, just anybody you know a lot of people from the area that artists, you know what I'm saying, that was in the mix that might want to come back out or that already know the support game, right? That know popping out helps, that type shit. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? If it wasn't so far from DMV, I'd have everybody come.
motherfuckers who would sponsor this shit. I mean, anything like fundraisers. I know motherfuckers with some paper. I mean, like,
Yeah, man. I think we gotta give them something good to fundraise. I could tell you this. I'll give away Drip King merch or something or help. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what we could make, like, a raffle. I'll raffle some of my merch away. Like, if that helps, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything I can do, because I want to perform in front of the biggest crowds. I don't give a fuck whose crowd it is. I just want to be in front of the biggest crowd for real. I don't care. It's your crowd, slime crowd, whoever crowd. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Well, that's another thing, we can definitely help artists out with is we do have some good connections with other bigger festivals. Nothing like Bonnaroo size, but like
Right.
the next few steps up from where we're at with thousands and thousands of people that come out. We've referred some artists and bands over to these bigger festivals, and they've actually gotten booked and shit. So it's yeah, just another resource we have for people who perform. Not only do we promote them and their presence at the festival, but we can help connect them with other good opportunities as
Oh, and
well.
I know y'all can. Like I said, I've talked to other artists. Like I said, I'm big in the networking. Just for the podcast, I have to talk to so many people. But like seriously, bro, y'all have good resource here in our general with the music scene. That goes for you. That goes for Paige. That goes for some other people that is in part of the scene. It seems like y'all are not as how do I say it, like standoffish when it comes to help promoting, right? Like y'all are not greedy about it. Like pay me and I'm not helping you. And that's what I experience, the most with these people that you do shows with. It's like anything extra you want, pay me. You know what I'm saying? For real, like
Yeah.
that's what it comes with it. And I get it. I get it. You know.
Yeah. Time is money, energy is money. So I get that mentality for people who are really trying to make a living off of it. But yeah, for me, my living is just my day job. So
Nah, I
this
feel
other
you.
stuff is just me doing what I enjoy doing and trying to help with building a good scene here. And but yeah, that's it's definitely important to be offering that help, at a
I'm
low
telling you.
cost or for free, especially in a place where people don't have a lot of money. So
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell anybody right now, utilize what I got going on for free, because sooner or later, I'm gonna charge people for shit too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not doing it right now because I want to give people the to see what I can do type shit. You know what I'm saying? See what my style of branding or my style of promo or my style of whatever I do can help them. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for free right now. And down the line, and it gets more serious, and I got a big platform, then I might say I'm gonna charge you for promotion, not you per se. I'm talking about somebody else coming like that will want. Like I have people reach out to me like, let me promote something during your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Not for free, right? Because I'm gonna promote it, and I'm not saying you. I'm just saying them. Like, why are you gonna promote your brand and you ain't gave me $1 while you make all the money off my back? No, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
for right now, anybody, I'm doing any showing love and doing whatever just so to see people can see what it does. And like I said, Mass in the Grass, I'm sure, bro, once y'all get big, y'all will be charging artists because it's gonna be like, why not, right? Because they're gonna be artists that might want to pay you so they have a slot. I mean, that's what it might be.
yeah.
That's what I
Well,
hope for it.
it'd be crazy to get to that level. I mean, uh, ultimately, I would always like to be able to pay artists, and not have it be like a pay to play kind of thing.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I do hope that it scales up and that we can start bringing in like bigger acts, and
Are
just
the nail biters gonna be there? I didn't even pay attention. Are the nail biters gonna be there?
yeah, Nailbite. They'll be one of the headliners this year, and
All right.
they're getting
They're
huge.
famous.
Honestly, like they're
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 gonna be
building their
famous.
fan base like crazy. They're gonna have music in the next like Fallout game. It's like
Bro, they're gonna be famous, bro. I mean, you heard it here first. Like, I don't care what nobody. I'm an A&R. This music shit, like I can see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
yeah,
know who got it, and you know who don't. Like, they really are have mastered the game of promotion mixed with talent mixed with performance. You know what I'm saying? They've mastered. They've managed at a young age to put all them three together. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
yeah, yeah. We're definitely grateful to have them coming out. They're also playing at the McGarvey show on June 28th. So
Okay.
I was hoping that we could get some more fans for them in the area to kind of like before the festival happens.
Dope.
So yeah, I'm trying to get as many people to that show as I can because I want to, give them a good start off experience because this will be the first time they've ever performed in Altoona. So
Oh, dope, dope,
yeah,
dope, dope. Now they got a huge follow. I mean, all I see is them on social media. I literally just started liking them because they work so hard, like in the Altoona music scene. So I just started clicking like and share, whatever, you know what
yeah.
I mean. But they, as far as their social media presence, it seemed like they got it down. I don't know them. I haven't listened to the music much. I just literally respect the grind. Like I always see them grinding, so I really respect that about what they're doing. That's all.
Yeah.
And they're pretty humble right now. You know
Oh
what I'm saying? They're
yeah.
humble about it. You know what I'm saying? They're younger. They're young kids. You know what I'm saying? Think about how many young kids would be on the verge of being famous and be kind of buttheads about it. You know what I mean? They're not. They seem pretty humble about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the most humble acts that I've ever, you know, interacted with. I remember asking them, and this was when they had like 50,000 followers. Now they have like almost 80 just on Facebook in the last like few months here. And I was like, what's your like booking fee or whatever? I thought they were going to say like, oh, that 1,000, 2,000. They were like, oh, we usually just play for the door. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. Like,
Now that's
this,
smart. That's smart of them. But think about how many people need live music and would book them, right? We just want to
yeah,
do it, right? That's cool. That's dope. That's good
yeah,
marketing. Smart marketing.
yeah, for
Honestly.
sure.
Yeah.
Uh, I know they'll probably be able to charge. I mean, they already could be charging a lot of money to perform, I'm sure. But I think right now they're mainly just looking to get a lot of opportunities, get their name out and stuff. So
Yeah, your camera is pretty fuzzy, but
Yo,
Bucks.
I'll be back, bro. Hold on, man.
All right. Tough question, Sasha. Who's your favorite performing act at Mash in the Grass? Or do you not want to answer that?
um, favorite like this year or
Yeah, this year. Who are you looking forward most to seeing perform this year? I know it's a tough question. It might be, a little weird, but Who are you personal favorite? I know you like everybody, support everybody, but as a
yeah.
personal fan favorite, who do you say you like the most or want to see the
Uh,
most?
well, other than Nail Bite, I really like the local band Toy. I don't know if you've
Okay,
seen them.
I haven't, but I check them out afterwards just because you said it.
Yeah, they're kind of my sort of style of music, like the kind of the alternative grunge type stuff. I mean, I listen to everything, but I really like kind of like '90s alternative rock,
Okay.
grunge, Nirvana type stuff.
Dope.
Stuff in the similar vein to that. So yeah, I always enjoy seeing them, and yeah, so I would say Toy would be probably one of the artists I'm looking forward to seeing most this year.
Now I'm gonna check them out just because you mentioned it. And who's your musical influence? You said you like grunge. Who influences your music the most?
Oh man, so many different artists.
Top five, top three, top five, however
Top
you got.
five. I can do
If top five,
top five.
top five.
Um, I really like the band Modest Mouse. That's like one of my
Okay.
favorite bands. Radiohead.
Radiohead. All right, I'm
Um,
familiar with them.
who else we got? Gorillas.
I know who they are. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know them.
Um, who else? Beck.
Okay, I know who Beck is. Nah, but I
Yeah,
listen to a lot of different shit.
and throw a random one in here. Animals as Leaders. They're a progressive metal band that does
Okay.
all instrumental music, and they're you should check them out sometime. The guitar player, he's like one of the craziest guitar players in like the world right now. So
Okay.
he's insane. He looks like a robot, like just the way his fingers move. It's crazy to watch. I'll
Okay.
send you a
Nah,
link.
now I'm gonna check them out. I used to like when I listened to like all different type of music. I was more into like emo rock music, like Coheed and Cambria. That's why I said I like the Paramore joint you did. I fuck with them. Haley, I like her voice. She's good. There's been a
Yeah,
couple. I thought you were gonna say Linkin Park because you seem to like hip hop a little bit. You had me in the mind frame that you fuck with Linkin
uh,
Park for some reason, like something like
yeah.
that. But
I
yeah.
definitely do like a lot of hip hop and rap music. Like
Top five rappers. Who your top five rap influence?
uh, well, number one, I'd have to say Eminem.
Hey, I'm not, hey, you from that era where most people, that was like the most respectable white rapper at first, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I still watch his like freestyles on YouTube every once in a while because I'm just like, damn, this guy was on another level. But
On that path, how do you like his new music? Why we talking about him? How you like his new music?
I haven't really listened to much of the new stuff, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
I've heard it's not as good, so I just like remembering the old stuff, and
Nah, Slim Shady
um,
LP, if you see my other podcast, that was the first album I ever bought with my own money. Like
yeah.
physically buying, that was the first album I bought. But who else you got after him?
I like Kid Cudi a lot, kind of like a more
Dope.
alternative rapper.
Yeah, now you
Ken
dope.
Kendrick, um,
Dope.
uh, Harry Mack. I don't know if you ever seen Harry Mack on YouTube. He does like
Uh-uh.
the freestyles on Omegle, where like he's like, give me 5 random words to
Oh no, I
inspire my.
did see that white guy, right? White guy,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I
yeah,
seen him. Dope. He,
he's
he got
crazy.
bookings from that. Yeah, he got bookings from
Oh
that,
yeah,
bro.
he's got like millions of followers now. He's blowing up. Um, and then let's see, number 5. I probably have to go with Dell the Funky Homo Sapien from he's the guy that
Oh,
he does um he does the rap, the song Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz.
yeah, yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
he just raps on that song, but he also has his own solo project called Deltron 3030 or just
I'm gonna check
Deltron, I
him
forget.
out. Yeah, I'm just listening to different. Like I said, I don't really listen to outsider people, but when somebody tell me, I check them out. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tell me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Like, is there anybody you want to? Hold on, here goes Slime. I guess he fixed his camera.
Right back, man.
Hey, is
Like
there
you never
anybody
left,
um
man.
you want to really
Much
shout
better.
out? Anybody you want to shout out during this during this interview? Like you want to
Shout outs. Well, definitely my planning team members. Got a lot of good people who I've been friends with for a long time. It's a lot of people to remember all at once. But my friends, Matt Kane, John Peacefire, they're
Okay.
like my two of my best friends in this area. Who else we got on the team? Jeremiah and Carrie from Higher Frequency Illusions. They're fire performers. Mariah, who
Okay.
does the talent show.
Right.
I know I'm forgetting. I can't even remember off the top of my head now. January Jewel, Elizabeth, my farm show, fellow farm show board member.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
No, I'm just asking because I like people to get that. I feel like people feel like my friends see me go somewhere and they're like, don't shout them out. They're like, man, you piece of shit. You went on an interview. You didn't even say my name, you piece of shit. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
what's Deuce? I might be saying this wrong. What's Deuces of the Machine? What is that?
Oh, yeah, that's
Because I
like
see
just
that shit. What is it?
that's like the LLC that's is
Okay.
behind the festival and everything else I do. It's Deus Ex Machina
Oh, my bad. I
is
fucked
the
the whole
name.
shit up. I fucked the whole shit up.
No
My bad.
worries. I have the
Yeah, boy.
tattoo on my arm too.
Okay, you need to get you some
Clint,
merch, man. Get you some shirts to sell at the damn
Yeah.
because put it like this.
Well, we
Hold
got
on.
the mass shirts. This is
Oh,
one
you
of them
do?
here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get me one. I'm gonna have to get me one. Now
yeah.
listen, I'm gonna have to get
Yeah.
me one. You know what I'm
This one's
saying?
from 2023, but yeah, we make a shirt every year, so we'll
Oh,
have
that's
them
dope.
available at the one of the vendors there.
Okay, yeah, now I'm gonna check him out. That's
Mhm.
why I said this year I'm gonna stay. Last year I made the mistake of not staying there. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of did the thing you don't like, and you know what I'm saying, dipped out. But it was just me and Dez. I felt like on the hip hop side, right? Like that day. So like I was there for Dez, but after Dez, I was like bouncing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'll stay this time. I'm gonna camp out. I think I'm gonna get me a tent. I think me and Slide might have a little tent out there and just post up. You know what I'm saying? And chill
Yeah.
and really
It's
get the
I don't know, bro. I'm
vibes.
scared of the dark, bro. I mean, I might bounce out and pull back up, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I camp out, bro. I camp out. I mean,
it's a nice like, it's not too big of an area. It's all kind of within a sort of a protected little
as long as
tree
it's some ladies
line and
there, I'm
stuff.
camping out.
Oh yeah. Um but yeah, it's a good time camping. It's kind of gives you
Yeah,
the nighttime experience as well. So it's a whole different thing during the nighttime. It's just
shrooms,
different
lit.
energy. Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
what type of different variety of musical acts for people that don't know? If you've never been to Mass, what is the roster like? What does it all entail? Like,
um,
who can they expect to hear? What type of music?
well, during the earlier hours, we usually have more kind of chill performers, just like acoustic guitar music, singer songwriter type people, solo acts, and then from there we kind of build it up. So we might have some like punk rock bands or like uh, kind of alt rock stuff during the early afternoon, and then around like 6 7 p.m. that's when we start bringing out like the more heavy hitting bands, the headliners. Friday night, then after 11 p.m. when we wrap up the outdoor sets, we'll have the hip hop show, which we're going to call Mass in the Hall, I think
Okay.
is the name. So we'll have that. That'll be going till like 3 in the morning, so super late night. Make sure you get some sleep for that one.
Or something else.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
yeah,
playing. I'm
energy
just playing.
drinks.
I'm
I'm just
uh,
active.
playing.
yeah, and then same thing Saturday. We'll start up around noon. Kind of the same deal. Chill performances during the early day, building it up. Nail Bite will be playing Saturday along with their friends, Desolation, another metal band. And then for the Saturday night, late night, we usually have like a EDM rave type thing.
Oh,
So
I'm trying to go to
we'll
that.
have
That's
some,
what I think.
yeah.
I sign me up for the rave.
It'll be both days or both nights. We'll have a custom light show by my friend
Oh,
Robert Hamill. He
okay.
comes out every year to set up this whole big light show that he built from scratch, pretty much.
So
Another new thing this year that we're trying out. We're having uh, her name is Michelle. She's like a professional cosplayer, like makes these crazy, suits of armor and shit.
What's
So she's
cosplay? Hold on. What's
cosplay.
cosplay?
That's like where you dress up as like an anime or video game character, that kind of
Okay.
thing. So
Okay.
we're gonna,
I meet Michelle.
yeah, we're gonna have like a little contest, like if people want to dress up, um, hopefully kind of inspire people to do that, and I don't know, just kind of ties in with the whole like gaming aspect too, gaming, anime. So
Oh,
yeah, and
that'll
she'll
bring a
be,
younger crowd in. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you had like a Call of Duty tournament, like if you did something with like
All
something,
ages, nigga.
I think that you could draw out because the young kids, that's all they know. I think, you know what I'm saying, is gaming and internet. They don't even like being outside. You know what I
That's
mean?
all ages, bro. Like for real.
yeah.
Now I
You
game.
got
I
motherfuckers.
game. I play
You
sports
got
games.
motherfuckers living with their mom in their basement, still gaming and cosplay and all. I mean, like motherfuckers will love that
What's
shit.
your
They eat
favorite
that
game
shit
to
up.
play, Sasha? What's your favorite game? Are you into gaming? Are you a gamer?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
What's your game? What's your game?
uh well, right now, I don't have as much time to play as many games as I would like to, but right now I'm playing the Oblivion remastered.
Okay.
I don't know if you played that. It's like,
Uh-uh.
like Skyrim, like Elder
Okay.
Scrolls
I
Skyrim.
Okay.
It's
see
like
commercials for that shit on YouTube.
oh yeah, yeah. It's they remade like the older game that came out in like 2004 or so. I can't remember, but I've been playing that. Uh, I used to actually work at GameStop for 6 years, so I was like super into gaming. I wanted to
Never
be
knew
a
that. We probably been cross paths.
yeah, I wanted to be a video
What
game
you work at?
designer originally.
What
Um,
stopped you from doing that? What got you off that path?
um, well, I was going to college for like IT. I kind of wanted to go for game design, but I ended up kind of maybe doing a little bit safer option, which was just IT, kind of a more generalized field. Um, and then I don't know, I just kind of fell out of that for a while. I was working a lot, didn't have as much time to play games. But I still, would like to do that someday, possibly is start a video game company and make some like indie games or something like that. It's
Now
kind of
that's
one of my
cool,
other
bro.
dreams and
Now,
goals in life.
we got to blow this up for you because you got some talents, bro. That you need to be
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to. Respectfully, like you don't need to be in the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be in the rat race. Like for real, bro. You think about what you do. You run sound. You could make a video game, like, and you could conduct festivals, like, bro, like. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to say it, like
Yeah,
we
bro.
got to figure out a way to blow this shit up, like, cause you know I hope to see it for you. I hope to see that shit happen for you, bro.
I know
Cause
it's hard, but you definitely got to make some more time for yourself, man. I mean, like,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
I got
to do that,
5 kids.
this
I
shit.
mean, like me being here right now is a blessing. I mean, like my brother over here ready to turn the fuck up. I mean, I'm just waiting for it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I definitely say that to people. Take, you know, as much as you give time to your job, who doesn't really care about you other than to check and to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Usually, I'm not saying that your employer doesn't like you and shit, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure your dream is not to work for them forever. You know, whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? Your dream, it sounds like, to do some of this other shit you're doing, and I encourage people to work on their dream. And
yeah.
I'm not saying that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm just saying I encourage people, like, don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that part of your life. Like, no matter what life throws at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's, how I feel. It's like I feel like if I don't pursue my dream in some way, then it's like kind of like what's the point of me being here if I can't do what I'm
mhm.
supposed to do,
Right?
So I
That's
gotta
where I'm
stay
at, bro.
working
That's
on it.
Yeah, I mean, I was working, bro. I came home, I was doing construction, I was doing all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't do shit for me. I was like, when I do this shit, I don't never do shit that I like doing. I'm like, I don't never get to do shit that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, and I had to change that about my mind because I was so money oriented. Like, money was running my mind. Like I just wanted to have it as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't even. You're not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're chasing that and not your dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's crazy how it almost, like I said, that's where I came with it. That's how the music started. Like I found music and I was like, damn, I want to kind of put my efforts into shit that goes along with it, even if it ain't like I like promo. Like I want to get in that. I like A&R work. Like I want to get into that. Like I'm not gonna spend my life fucking in that hamster wheel. Respectfully, I don't knock no 9 to 5ers. I've had a
Go
nine to
on, bro.
five, some of the shittiest ones you could imagine. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is I've started to realize I'm gonna put my time in it. I'm gonna dedicate some time of this day to me. Fuck it, because I'm gonna die by myself, right? I'm gonna put something, I'm gonna stop this day at one point and dedicate it to what the fuck I like. I mean, I'll give my day to a lot of people all day. I'll give it to 100 people throughout the day. But there's gonna be a point in this day, every fucking day, where I make it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's balance. You know what I'm saying? It's balance. Like it's like you'll start to
Yeah.
get to the point where you get mad at your job. You're right. You're like, I don't never get to do what I want to do. But that's your fault. It's not the job's fault. The job got something, they got a purpose too, right? The job has to do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? But I hope
Yeah.
to see this shit grow. Like I hope to see us all get to. I think we could all, like, it's like an ecosystem, right? I think if we build the ecosystem, we could all fish out the pond, right? All of us, there will be enough fish if you build a big enough ecosystem to if you have the resources like merch, show potential to throw shows, shit like that, it'll feed you. It'll feed you. We just got to
Yeah.
get that ecosystem running. You know what I mean? For real, as a
Yeah.
collective.
Exactly. I think it seems like, as far as like the generations go, it seems like kind of our generation, the millennials, hasn't really like taken over fully yet.
Right.
And hasn't gotten stuff rolling for us yet. Maybe in some areas, but not so much here. But I see, my friends working hard and getting involved in politics and doing all kinds of different stuff. And
Right.
hopefully we can all coalesce together with our ideas and talents and drive to actually create better opportunities in this area for everybody. To make money, to do what you enjoy doing, and not just work in a warehouse or something.
Right. We need a music summit here. We need a music summit here too. Like the Grand Hotel would be perfect for something like that. We need like a place where like, everybody comes at least once or twice a year to even talk like this. Like I said, I think a lot of people think it's far fetched. Like even when you told me how to throw mass in the grass, like you kind of gave me a little rundown of what it takes. I was thinking it was so far fetched. You get what I'm saying? And I know what you're saying it is, but it's not to orchestrate it. If you had the resources to actually orchestrate it, it's not as hard as what I'm saying. People think as long as the resources are there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it definitely seemed like I remember when we were putting the first one on, and or we had put the first one on, then we were looking at the next year, and just getting some advice from other people. They were talking about renting the restrooms and the dumpsters and getting sponsors and doing all this stuff, and I was just like, oh man, I don't know if I can do all that. But
Right.
now it seems very simple. It's just like make a few phone calls, get this reserved, that reserved, and get an event tent and sound person, and there's not really a whole lot to it other than just like the main part is having enough helping hands at the events. That's the hardest part. So
What's the biggest thing you learned from Mass first year versus fifth year
first year,
versus now? Like I'm saying, since you started, what have you learned? Like what's
uh,
the biggest learning lesson that you've learned over these years since you started it? Like if you could tell
uh,
yourself anything from year one, if you can go in a time machine and talk to yourself year one, what would you tell yourself?
uh, I would probably tell myself what I still tell myself nowadays is like, I have to be better at delegating tasks, and not just trying to do everything myself. I got used to not being able to rely on people in my life, when I was
Okay.
younger. So
Right.
it was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to do this shit on my own, and that's kind of carried over into my adult life where, you know, I'm afraid to give people responsibilities sometimes because, they might let me down, they might not do it, they might
Right.
not do it well enough so that it, works properly for the event. But I have to be able to trust in other people because everyone I work with is a very good person, intelligent, has all different skills, and I really need to figure out how to integrate everybody more, and put all these skills to use and not just try to handle everything. It's too much for one person.
Oh no, I got that problem with my music, bro. I'm like really with that. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? But you gotta utilize people, bro. Like you said, we talked earlier, it's gonna take a team to make it work smoothly, right? Like it can work by yourself trying to coordinate everything, but you're gonna need the people around you to kind of, you know what I mean? So you can focus on the building of it. I think you understand a little bit about marketing and stuff. So I think I would like to see you do some of the dope promotional artistry shit that you can do. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like did you made
Yeah.
that flyer you said, right?
Yeah, I mean, I make the flyers every year, and
You know what I'm saying?
all the imagery that goes on the website and the socials too. So yeah, I
Yeah.
like doing a lot of graphic design. I enjoy that kind of work.
Oh no, hey bro, that's the era we in, bro. Everything is digitalized. Like if you haven't noticed, right? Like everything is now what you can create on this for the screen, right? It's not necessarily what you can create for a piece of paper no more or something like that. It's like everything is digital,
Yeah.
you know, for sure. But Slime, you want to ask him anything before we wrap it up? We about hour 30. I know you got to work later. I don't want to keep you too far from work, Sasha. I know you said you got some shit going on. Anything that I know you were doing the karaoke night. Any events that they should be looking forward to find you at before Mass in the Grass?
I have a couple things coming up. May 28th, I'm playing a show at or it's called Acoustic Altoona. That's at Arts Altoona.
Okay, dope.
It'll be me, Aaliyah Reed, and another band called Rumble and Scream.
Okay.
Then the following day, I'll be at McGarvey's with a couple of my friends who help with the festival. We'll be playing. Also, another another person I'm working with for that 80 Unplugged podcast. I don't know if you've seen that, but
No, hey, I seen one episode. What happened to your podcast? Finish your thought. Finish your thought. But I'm gonna ask you after. What happened to your fucking podcast?
oh well, I can answer that now. It's fine.
Yeah.
My podcast, I started it up, and then I ended up getting involved in this other podcast that needed help with sound recording. So I figured I would kind of save mine for like the fall after all the events are over and I have more time. Kind of get back into that for the fall, but mainly right now I'm just working with the 80 Unplugged podcast because
Is
they
that the one I seen Devin on? Is that the one I seen Devin Taylor on? And with
uh
there's a young white kid, and he's
no,
like,
it's
oh, okay.
it's just a podcast that features musicians. So we've had a couple different musicians on. We had Colt Lepley, who's been playing in this area for a long time, does like kind of folk Americana music. Got a couple new episodes coming out here in the next week or two featuring some pretty cool artists. So yeah, definitely check that out. They do a really good job with like the video and stuff. They got all this professional video equipment. So I
No,
figured
that's
I'd
dope.
work with them, get some more live recording experience, and then yeah, I'll start up with my podcast again, hopefully this fall. And I really would like that to be more like informal, kind of like this, just hanging out and just chatting,
Yeah,
no.
bro, I just feel like put like this. I went on 3 podcasts, right? That's where I thought about this. I went on 3 podcasts where the people literally had like Chat GBT questions. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, and that's not how I like to, because I want to talk. What if they don't ask me what I want to talk about, right? Like what if I'm there for me too? I'm not there for only them. You know what I'm saying? I'm really there for me. Let's be honest. If I go on a podcast, I'm there for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm there because I want to promote what I'm doing. And if they don't ask me the right questions, bro, I'm fucked. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I can only answer what they ask me. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. And nobody gets to see how you act. Like, bro, they get to see Sascha up here, bro. Every time I've been out with you, you've been kind of, you're a little bit more reserved. So now they can see, they can kind of hear what you fuck you into, right? Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me, bro. I'm not formal like that anyway. I think I'm tired of that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just tired of looking at those podcasts where it's like, how many times can you tell your life story, Sascha? For real. Like, honestly, right? Like, you're real.
Yeah.
I can only have you up here. If it's only my questions, I can only ask you about your life but so many times. You know what I'm saying? Then I have to find something else I should talk about. Like, it to me, it's just, I like guests who want to talk about their shit. I don't want to run the interview. I don't want to run, like, I don't want people to only talk about what I want. That's how I feel. I don't know. I think I'm trying to stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a streamer, so this helps me be in front of the camera all the time. Because the camera gonna be in my face 24/7 once I start streaming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get used to doing what I'm doing. You know? That's just
Yeah.
it. That's kind of like performing, bro. Like I tell these people, come holler, get performance hours, because you going on a stage, you might not even be ready for the stage that you want to be on. For real. Like right now, if some of us were to go and open up, like say Kendrick Lamar came to Altoona, how many rappers is ready to open up for Kendrick Lamar right now? There ain't a lot. And I don't mean that in a way. I'm one of them. I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready. That's why I got to get ready, right? I got to get ready by doing performances. You know what I'm saying? Seeing
Yeah.
what it takes, bro, to make it fucking lit, because it's different recording music like we talked about versus having that energy live, right? Like it's almost a whole different like even when you do those covers, right? Like how do you get motivated when there's no crowd, right? Like it's different, right? You have to
Right.
keep yourself motivated when there's no fucking crowd. Is an art too. It's a totally different thing, you know?
Fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I seen your pod, man. I just like to see people do what's like not expected. Does that make sense? Does that sound like I like everybody thinks that to have a podcast you got to have some big team. Like you said, it's cool to have that, but you could cut the camera on and get the information out, right? Like you know what to do. You have your
Yeah.
own shit without the. I noticed you were like, I didn't see like it wasn't multi-crewed, right? You were the crew. You're the crew for your pod, right?
Yeah, I just used the single zoom camera and that's it. Like
That's it. But
and
you
that's
get
all
the
I
point.
probably will use for a while because I don't want it to be this big time consuming thing that takes forever for me to do and set up.
All
Mhm.
day.
So
Now, how about editing it later all day? You know what I'm saying? For real,
Yeah,
think about it.
exactly.
Edit a podcast. Yeah, it takes all day.
I'm
That's
not
why I
doing
like this too. It saves us, right? It saves us
Yeah.
from editing, right? It's live. It saves us from editing. Boom, you're on here. Only thing I got to do is clip it up to make you a reel so everybody see that you were on the show. That's about it. I'll clip it up. I'll send it, promote you, you're mashing the grass clip. You know what I'm saying? Clip it
Yeah.
up, saying some funny shit, kind of get people to, see you, Sasha, not Sasha the coordinator, but Sasha the real fucking person, and that it kind of rocks from there. But anything, any other advice you got for the folks, bro? That's in your field or in your.
Uh, just keep at it, I guess. Like it's shit's not easy. It can be disheartening, and there can be a lot of challenges. There'll be people that don't like what you're doing. All kinds of stuff you have to navigate, but just got to keep pushing through. And if you have good intentions, it'll probably work out for you in the end somehow. That's what
And
I
one
think.
and one last question might be kind of controversial. What was the problem with the hip hop people that did Master the Grass that they didn't really want it there? What was the issue with that? I ain't gonna say they didn't really want it there, but they didn't really want to push for it anymore. What was the issue with that?
Um, with you said with the hip hop people, like,
Yeah, because I remember like when I first got with Mass, they were talking about like maybe the hip hop might not even jump off. They were saying like at first I was hearing that it was like a maybe no on the hip hop that last year, not this year, last year.
uh, I think we've had we've had rappers since the first Mass in the Grass, but it still is kind of like a growing scene in this area. So I think maybe some people just aren't used to it. A lot of
Okay.
people are still in the mindset of like wanting to hear cover bands and stuff, and cover bands are fine, but I want to feature original music and just expose people to stuff maybe they don't even like. I don't like every single song I hear on the radio or at a festival. It's like that's how it goes. You gotta
Mhm.
you gotta support diversity of sounds and artists, and yeah. So I wouldn't even think of that as a big deal. It's just you know people
No,
are
I
always
just
going to
was
have
curious.
something to say. But
Yeah, no, I just was curious because I was like, I was even surprised that y'all had the hip hop anyway, right? I mean, honestly, like being at that, hearing where it's at and hearing where, you know what I'm saying, or seeing what type of area this is. I was like, I just tried my shot just cause that's me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask. I don't give a fuck if I'm at a bluegrass concert. Can I come perform tonight? You know what I mean? That's just me. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are, man, Sasha. I'm glad that you came chopping it up with us. I'm glad that you're a part of this scene because you seem to have you like an open mind when it comes to shit. That's what I'm gonna say. Like you're not confined to the music you like, and you're not confined to your crowd of people that you like. You understand that some people in Altoona I've got is like they're confined to their crowd. So if it's not their crowd, we all know Altoona by now, right? Like we know if they're not confined to their fucking crowd, then it's a fucking problem, right? It's like it's a problem.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's unpopular opinion, but
That's
everybody
what
said
it
it.
is, bro.
Not everybody. I'm not from Altoona. Everybody I've podcast with or has all said the same thing, that everybody up here is a little bit conformed to their crowd. They're confining themselves to their crowd, and that's why the growth is stunning. You know what I'm saying? The growth is stunning because everybody that likes you might not like your music, and they might like my music. Everybody that likes me might not like my music and might like your music. So it's the benefit of the artist and the promoter and everybody to mingle with each other, right? We're trying to spread a wildfire. You know what I'm saying? We can't spread a wildfire if everybody keeps putting it out, right? We can't spread a fucking wildfire every time somebody's throwing water on what you're trying to fucking build. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And,
that's
and
true.
that's what I'm seeing here, bro. I'm saying I hate to say it. That's what I see here. Like we should be supporting Mash in the Grass as artists 100%. As all of us small artists getting the opportunity to be on the stage. Like that's just fucking period. I'm gonna say that. And so I'm fucking blue in the face because where I'm from, if we perform somewhere, bro, everybody's passing out flyers if they're rappers because they're just excited to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They're just happy to fucking somebody to let us on the stage and do the shit. You know what I'm saying? We love doing, bro. And I think that we need to value that as artists, a part of this community, especially the rappers, because there is nowhere for us to fucking perform, as you can hear. We're confined to McGarvey's, Art of Altoona, and Master in the Grass. That's where the music scene for rap is for us. So for the rappers who are Master in the Hall, get on. I'm gonna get on y'all, and I'm gonna start trolling y'all. Y'all don't post the Master in the Grass flyer, so you don't like it or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, because I
Post
don't mind it.
nothing.
It makes sense for me, right? I want it to look like lit when I go. I don't want to perform there and there's nobody there for me. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
appreciate you having you, Sasha. We're gonna talk more off camera about some shit me and Slime can help you with, bro. Anything you need from us, bro. I'll try to incorporate promoting Mass in the Grass every time we're on this bitch somehow. You know what I'm saying? Come see us, whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't give a fuck if they get sick of me saying it or not, but I'll try my best, bro. And
Yeah.
we're like I said, I'm gonna send you my phone number so you could, you know what I'm saying, we could talk about some shit like get, whatever you need from me, bro. Don't hesitate. I know how it is, bro. I'm from a fucked up family and I don't trust nobody neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you from a fucked up family. All I'm saying is I'm from a fucked up family where it's hard to trust people because people let people down, right? So
Yeah.
I'm letting you know anything I can do. I'm not saying put the weight of the world on my back, but I can help with posting shit and I can definitely help you with creating like content kind of, you know what I'm saying? However, I can help you with creating content. Like I said, I'm down for it. And anybody you know want to come on this platform just to talk about it looks better, right? Like send them to me, bro, because it looks better that you came on and said it, then they came on and said it, then the next person came on and said it, right?
Yeah.
For real. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hit me, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
you coming out, and I'm gonna send you my phone number, man, so we can do it and send people here to fucking come interview if they want. I'm all for it. And put that in the ear. Hey, put that bug in the ear of nail biters. I'm curious to really interview them. I want to interview the nail biters. Real shit. Put the bug in their ear. Tell them that a local Altoona artist is trying to get it. Sit down with them.
All right. Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
appreciate you,
thanks
bro.
for having me, dude. I
No doubt,
appreciate
no
it.
doubt, man.
Thank you
Appreciate you,
for
bro.
your help.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Hey, and make sure you reach out, man. For real, for real.
I didn't do that. So what the fuck?
All right.
All right, Slime, man. I'm out. All right, Slime. I'm gonna hit you, Slime. All right.
All right. Later.